About a half hour in, I heard the footsteps again. And it walked around the back of the tent.
Sometimes you don't have to look up to find anomalies, as our own ground holds surprising mysteries. From bizarre life forms and extraterrestrial sightings to legendary myths and terrifying remains. Join us to witness the most unbelievable discoveries and otherworldly encounters that will shock you to the core.
Farmer who just would not give up, digging in his field in Michigan when he thought he hit a fence post. Turns out he found a window back to the Ice Age.
A simple day of digging turned into the discovery of a lifetime when a Michigan farmer struck something unusual in his soy field. At first, he thought it was just an old fence post blocking his drainage work, but as the crane lifted the object, something incredible was revealed: the ancient remains of a woolly mammoth. The bones were perfectly preserved. Farmer couldn't believe what he'd found right there on his farm. Experts were called in to properly excavate it.
An adult male, probably in its 40s at the time of its death.
And it'll be displayed in a museum.
And right now those bones are in a building on Brisley's farm, and by federal law they belong to him.
Shadow encounter. What strange thing happened near the woods? Let's find out. A hiker was exploring a clearing when his phone captured something that would surely make him run. The footage showed a dark figure suddenly appearing there. It looked almost human, but not quite. It was completely black, like a shadow that had come to life. The hiker didn't stick around to get a better look. Smart choice. But the 5 seconds of footage he recorded got people talking. Could it be a demon or something even worse? Smoking stag. In Romania's Carpathian wilderness, a hunter captured a mind-blowing experience. A majestic stag, also called the deer, was standing among the trees. But there was something different about this creature. Mysterious smoke was flowing from its ears, creating an otherworldly sight. This wasn't just any deer. Its antlers reached toward the sky like a crown, marking it as a true king of the forest. Giant print. A family exploring the woods made an astonishing discovery in Missouri. A massive footprint preserved in sand.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a pretty good track there.
The print was so enormous, measuring around 16 inches as they held it. Many believe this could be evidence of Bigfoot, the legendary creature of North American forests. The detailed impression showed clear toe marks, suggesting whatever was left. It was something unknown to science.
You can see toes.
By about 7 wide.
The big heel. Yeah.
Do you think this was proof of the elusive creature's existence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Where'd you find it at?
Right up in the front yard in our garden.
Okay.
Four-legged chicken. Imagine finding a chicken with 4 big legs. That's exactly what happened in Thailand, where a very unusual bird was discovered. This 3-month-old chicken was born with an extra set of legs due to some kind of genetic disorder. Even its parents were normal, healthy chickens. But somehow, this little guy ended up with 4 legs instead of the usual 2. The people who found it were surprised. They'd never seen anything like this before. Red deer mama. An old farmer and his wife noticed something unusual during their morning rounds. A concerned red deer mother staring at the ground. They discovered her 1-day-old fawn had fallen into a rabbit hole. Acting quickly, the farmer carefully reached into the grass and gently grasped the baby by its neck. With skilled movements, he slowly pulled the baby deer to safety. The tiny creature, frightened but unharmed, quickly reunited with its mother. Thanks to the farmer's quick thinking and gentle touch, this young family was back together. Eyeless creature.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
In a backyard, an unusual sight caught a local's attention. In the corner sat a small, furry creature with an odd appearance. It had no eyes, only a pair of rabbit-like teeth coming out from its mouth. Though it looked similar to a mole, its features didn't quite match any other known animal. The local cautiously approached, watching as the creature stayed almost as if observing in return. Who knows? Maybe the next such being like this will appear in your backyard.
Ma, you see this?
Holy shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening?
Shadow Watcher. In the woods, a hiker felt eyes upon him, an unsettling feeling that made him uneasy. Turning slowly, he caught sight of a dark figure hiding behind a tree. This wasn't just any shadow. It was massive, like a Sasquatch or Bigfoot. The creature stood motionless, its form barely visible against the trees. The hiker tried to make sense of it. Before he could get a better look, it went back into the darkness, disappearing without a sound. He decided to make his way back home, although he was sure he was being watched from behind. Pale Runner.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy?
In a town near the fields, two friends were out watching deer in the nearby meadow. It was just a normal day until something terrifying came into view. Their camera captured what locals call a skinwalker, a creature that shouldn't exist. Its pale, stretched-out body moved with incredible speed across the landscape, covering ground faster than any animal they'd ever seen. The witnesses watched it as it ran near some trees. Before they could process what they were seeing, it vanished. Some say skinwalkers are just in our stories, but this video is proof that they really exist.
What the frick? What was that?
Shadowed secrets. Parks are more than just places to relax. Sometimes they hold secrets. Late at night, locals in the Guadalupe neighborhood of Reconquista City spotted something. A creature was sitting under the glow of a pole light. It was dark in color and sitting in a bizarre posture. No one dared to go near it. Some say it might have been a werewolf. Others think it could be something even stranger. The creature remained still, not moving an inch. Whatever it was, it might still be hiding and waiting. Unbelievable deer. Have a look at what this guy caught on camera. A deer with tons of antlers. Can you imagine that? Most deer just have the standard set of antlers, but this one had way more than that. The visitor couldn't even count how many antlers it had. Meanwhile, the other deer around it looked completely normal. So, what's the deal? Is this some kind of deformity, or is it an undiscovered species of deer we didn't know about? It's just so bizarre and unexpected to see a deer like that. The visitor was amazed by the sight. I don't think anyone would believe him if he tried to describe it. Flying encounter. In a village near the woods, a guy spotted an unusual sight, a tree flying through the air. Yes, you heard that right. A tree gliding just above the ground. Could it be Jinn? Some believe these mysterious beings hide in trees, using them to move about. Well, looks like this one had taken control, making this tree soar through the village. But there's another idea. What if it was a witch's broomstick? The sight of that flying tree left everyone unsettled. Now they can only wonder what was the deal with that tree. Nightmare encounter. One day, a resident witnessed something from a nightmare along the roadside. The creature looked like some impossible mix of man, bear, and pig rolled into one. At first, it crawled on all fours. But then suddenly, it started jumping like a monkey. The way it moved wasn't natural, not like any animal anyone had ever seen before. No one's sure what to make of this strange sighting. But one thing's certain, whatever it wasn't supposed to exist in our world. Coneheaded Creature. Just outside someone's house, perched on a rock, sat something that looked beyond explanation. A creature with long legs but tiny, short arms. Its head was shaped like a cone, and its back was covered in sharp thorns. But the weirdest part? It kept moving in this bizarre, jerky way that just didn't look right. Could this be some kind of alien visitor? The way it looked and moved seemed almost otherworldly. It left everyone who saw it wondering if we were alone in this universe. Odd creature.
Awas ngali, cepet awas ngali.
This bizarre creature was spotted in a muddy area, and someone managed to film it as it jumped around. The creature had bright blue eyes and a face that looked like a mouse. But that wasn't all. Its body had bizarre patterns all over it, and strangest of all, it had bat-like wings with webbing between them. No one could identify what kind of animal this was. Some think it might be an unknown species of bat, while others thought they might be the night gaunt, a legendary creepy creature. Well, whatever it was, it's unlike anything we've seen before. Farmer's Discovery. A farmer was digging in his garden when he hit something hard. Out of curiosity, he unearthed a small wooden trunk, tightly bound with rope. With some effort, he struggled to open it. What he found inside left him unsettled. A bizarre skull and a pair of mummified hands. These weren't just any bones. They looked ancient, like they belonged to people from a long-forgotten time. Was this trunk left behind by some ancient civilization? No one knows for sure. But the farmer couldn't shake the feeling that he had uncovered something far more sinister buried beneath his garden. Forest Guardians. Imagine hiking through the dark woods, unexpectedly coming across a scene straight out of a fairy tale. That's the encounter a hiker had on an evening. He was wandering along a trail when he saw two tiny figures dressed in white. They looked like elves. Then, after being noticed, they ran away into the shadows. Some say these creatures are guardians of the forest, watching over hidden secrets. Maybe the next strange encounter could happen to you. Mystery Hybrid. What began as a normal day in the woods turned into a strange mystery. A hunter was out when he spotted this weird creature. Its lower half looked like a snake, slithering quietly. The upper half? It looked like a man. It felt like something from another world. He couldn't believe what he saw. This might be some kind of hybrid. Or it could be something completely new. Now the hunter was left wondering what else might be hiding in the woods. Hidden Saucer. Just when you think the mystery of UFOs can't get any stranger, another discovery surfaces. An explorer was hiking on a rocky slope when he spotted something extraordinary. Half buried in the rock was a black craft, its shape resembling a flying saucer. Part of it was exposed. Could this be an ancient UFO that had rested there for a while? If so, it might suggest that aliens have been visiting Earth for much longer than we thought. This craft could have crashed and remained hidden all this time. Creature in Woods. A group of horse riders were out in the woods when suddenly, a weird black creature jumped out at one of them, toppling him to the ground. Judging by the looks, it resembled a dinosaur or some other prehistoric animal. The rider watched, not knowing what to do, as it got closer. Then, before he could even blink, the creature just vanished back into the trees. While the internet raved about a dino comeback, someone revealed the truth that it was an anteater, solving the mystery once and for all. Walking fish. Guess what a farmer saw in his fields at night? There, in the middle of the crops, was a fish, but it was walking around. A fish walking on land. It didn't make any sense. The farmer watched, stunned, as this fish just seemed to be casually strolling through the field. It looked like a normal fish, but how could it be out of the water like that? Fish are supposed to stay in the water. Everyone knows that. Was it some kind of special fish that can walk on land? Like a mud skipper or something? But the farmer didn't think so. This fish just didn't look right for that. It was a total mystery, and the farmer had no idea what to make of it. Borderland Mystery. Rangers at a border stumbled upon this mysterious animal carcass. Not knowing what it was, they sent it to a lab to try and figure it out, but there's been no word about it. So people restored to speculations. Some thought it might be a chupacabra, a blood-sucking creature that's been talked about in the news. It's the kind of thing you only hear about in stories. Seeing one in real life was definitely shocking. But this time, it seemed to be real, too real to deny. Woodland Haunting. In the woods, a fallen tree held a disturbing secret. When a hiker investigated the hollow log, he found something that would give you goosebumps. There, tied to the inside of the tree, was a creepy, doll-like creature. It wasn't like any toy you'd find in a store. This thing looked sinister, almost alive. The way it was positioned, bound inside the log, seemed intentional. Was this some kind of black magic ritual? Stories of cursed dolls have been told for centuries. The hiker threw it quickly, hoping he'd stay safe from its curse.
Rocky. See? Rocky.
UFO Landing.
And they're still shining.
No, I see one. Yeah.
Strange lights lit up the sky above a farm. Let's have a look at what they were. They were 4 glowing objects, initially mistaken for drones, that were seen in the sky. After a while, the crafts gracefully landed near the fields. A villager was able to capture them. Rumors spread through the town, suggesting it was a planned mission. The idea that visitors from another world had come so close was thrilling, but it's still unknown whether the clip was real or not. I'll let you decide.
Did you see how one was landing? They landed.
Walking tree. Nobody in the village could believe their eyes that day. Right there in front of them, a tree simply uprooted itself from the flower bed and began moving across the soil. Onlookers stared in disbelief as the one tree shifted gently, as if searching for new ground. It might have been possessed by a jinn, as local legends suggest, or it could be some strange force of nature at play. Whispers of the supernatural spread through the crowd, each person sharing their theories. They felt something extraordinary was happening there, wondering what other secrets might lie hidden among the flowers. Unidentified Object. A driver couldn't believe his eyes when something appeared in the sky above him. There, hovering silently, was what he describes as a spinning top. He somehow caught the whole thing on camera. The object moved like nothing from this world, gliding effortlessly through the air with an otherworldly grace. It seemed like gravity didn't affect it at all. The show lasted for a while. It was some of the clearest UFO evidence ever caught on camera. Even skeptics could have trouble explaining this one way. Unnatural Movement. A drone flying over the woods caught something impossible on camera. Trees were moving in ways they shouldn't. A guy went to check it out, thinking something big might be causing it. He found it was just the ground moving naturally. That's not all. A similar sighting appeared somewhere else. This time, it was a bit different. The trees weren't just moving, they were pulling their roots up. Was it just the earth shifting? Or was something giant hiding in those woods? You'll have to watch and decide for yourself. Mighty Marvel. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. This giant bulk of muscles might look like a hoax to you at first, but trust me, this extraordinary animal is very much real. A Belgian blue bull, and it's not just any bull. Its muscles were so massive that it looked like a bodybuilder in animal form. Every step it took showed off its incredible physique, making other bulls look tiny in comparison. People came from miles around just to witness this gentle giant. Some say it was being prepared for a special competition, but others believe this was nature's way of showing us what real strength looks like. Now, whenever you talk about the world's strongest animals, you'll have to remember this bull from Belgium. Hidden visitor. Up in the trees, a local's camera caught something odd. At first glance, it looked like shadows moving between trees. But if you look closer, you'll see it. A dark figure, carefully staying hidden. Its movements were almost calculated. Some think it could be an alien visitor, looking for a hidden spot away from human eyes. Others say it might be on some kind of secret mission. Whatever it was, it knew exactly how to stay just out of clear view. Earlong wonder. A video uploaded online showed a rare one from Pakistan. Let me introduce it to you all. Simba, but this isn't your typical baby goat. This has something that makes him special. His ears. We're not talking about normal goat ears. These are massive, 22 inches long and still growing. That's longer than some people's arms. Born just last month, his ears have already grown 3 more inches, and they show no signs of stopping. Some wonder if he'll make it into the record books, while others are just amazed by his unique appearance. Each day, more people check online to see how big Simba's ears have gotten. Buried mystery. Sometimes the ocean reveals its secrets in the most unexpected ways. A visitor at the beach was digging in the sand when he discovered something chilling. Hidden beneath the surface was a small skeleton, but this wasn't any ordinary find. The skeleton had what looked like a fishtail attached to a human-like upper body. Could this be proof that mermaids exist? Some believe it's just the remains of an unknown sea creature, while others believe it's evidence of something more mysterious. The discovery has left people wondering what other secrets might be buried along our shores, just waiting for you to reveal them. Silent encounter. Something strange happened in the woods that day. A hunter's camera captured a massive flying saucer silently staying among the trees. But that wasn't all. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared, moving towards the craft. In seconds, the mysterious being entered the UFO, and the entire vessel went up into the sky, vanishing without a trace. Maybe it was an alien on a secret mission that got interrupted. Who knows, except aliens themselves? Cosmic mystery. A bizarre event unfolded in a small village in Indonesia. Witnesses watched in amazement as a mysterious ball fell from the sky, landing right in their fields. People quickly gathered around the unusual object, their minds filled with questions. What could it be? Some thought it might be a piece of a UFO, while others wondered if it was a message from alien civilizations. Could it be a warning of some kind? The strange sphere has left everyone puzzled, wondering what our cosmic neighbors might be trying to tell us. Miracle goat. Meet the most incredible goat you've ever seen. On a farm in Croatia, something amazing happened. A goat gave birth to a very special kid. This baby goat wasn't like its 2 healthy sisters. It was born with 8 legs and had both male and female organs. The shocked farmer couldn't believe his eyes, even counting the legs multiple times and calling his neighbor to confirm what he was seeing. Veterinarians explained this unusual condition happened because of an underdeveloped twin. While they say the calf might only survive a week, there's hope it could live longer. So, let's hope it does live that long. Ancient revival. In a jungle, wildlife experts made an incredible discovery. They found a tiny baby animal that looked impossible. It had features of both an elephant and a mammoth. But how could this be? Mammoths have been extinct for thousands of years. The baby's appearance left experts confused. Could this tiny creature be proof that somewhere, hidden from the world, mammoths still exist? Well, it makes sense. This mysterious discovery has scientists rushing to understand what they're looking at. Ancient mask. A strange discovery began with a single hair braid emerging from a garden. When the resident tried pulling it out, he realized something was lying beneath. Carefully cutting away the grass, they started digging, revealing something unexpected. Hidden in the soil was an old cloth, carefully wrapped around an ancient face mask. The mask's features were bearing markings of a long-lost civilization. Which ancient culture created it? Experts suggest this rare artifact could help unlock secrets of our past. Garden Mystery. Have a look at these strange flames that appeared in someone's garden. But this was no ordinary fire. The bizarre blaze burned in just one spot, with no apparent source nearby. What made it even more strange was that the fire seemed to emerge from the soil itself, burning through the grass above. No electrical lines ran beneath that spot, no gas leaks were detected, and no logical explanation could be found. Some suggest it might be a rare natural phenomenon, while others propose more mysterious origins. Whatever the cause, this unexplained garden hotspot continues to baffle everyone who witnesses it. Buried Giant. In the woods, hikers stumbled upon something extraordinary that seemed straight out of Jurassic Park. Half buried in the soil lay an enormous carcass, the remains of a dinosaur. The massive bones stretched out before them, a reminder of Earth's ancient past. Even with dinosaurs being extinct for millions of years, there was one, preserved and hidden until now. The discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. How had it remained undiscovered for so long? The fossilized remains surely provided a rare glimpse into our planet's prehistoric era. Two-Headed Wonder. In a small village in India, a calf was born with 2 heads, a sight that looked spooky and amazing at the same time. Each head had its pair of eyes, 2 mouths, and 2 ears, all perfectly formed on its fused skull. The villagers gathered to witness this extraordinary creature, seeing it as something special. Despite its unusual appearance, the calf seemed healthy and active. As vets investigated, they revealed that this rare occurrence was due to a condition called polycephaly, a genetic condition where an animal develops more than 1 head. Elephant rescue. A tense situation unfolded when a mother elephant fell into a muddy drain while protecting her baby. The recent rains had made the ground muddy, making rescue efforts challenging. Quick-thinking rescuers act into action, carefully wrapping thick bands around the struggling mother. Using a crane, they gently lifted her from the drain. But it wasn't over yet. She wasn't moving. Rescuers performed CPR, watching anxiously for any sign of life. Finally, the mother elephant lifted her head, regaining consciousness. In a heartwarming moment, she reunited with her worried baby, and together they returned to their forest home. This rescue reminds us of the importance of helping wildlife in need. Forest visitor. Hidden behind leaves and branches, a hunter witnessed something that was beyond explanation. Standing in the woods was a figure that couldn't be from Earth, an alien being with an otherworldly appearance. The creature moved with purpose, seemingly unaware it was being watched. The hunter remained perfectly still, documenting this extraordinary moment. What was this cosmic visitor doing in our woods? This incredible sighting became evidence that we might not be alone. The footage has left experts wondering if this is proof that alien beings are indeed walking among us. Dinosaur Discovery. While gardening, a guy noticed an unusual sight. He saw strange strands emerging from the grass. Curiosity led to digging, and what emerged left everyone speechless. Buried in the soil was an animal skull. But not just any skull. It appeared to be from a small dinosaur. The distinctive bone structure and features matched no known modern creature. This unexpected find in an ordinary garden has attracted attention from paleontologists worldwide. How did this ancient relic end up here? This remarkable find connected us directly to Earth's distant past. Whirlpool Secret. Have you ever come across a situation that seems impossible to explain? Have a look at this. A ring suddenly formed in the water, swirling like a small tornado. Nearby, a wooden stick was drawn into the mysterious ring, caught in a powerful current, and then disappeared. Online folks thought it was a tiny portal, transporting thing. However, skeptics had a more simpler explanation, saying it was just a little whirlpool. Horned serpent. A guy came across something creepy in a sewage area. It appeared snake-like at first. However, there was a surprise. This creature had two horns emerging from its head, a being that appeared to be a mix of a serpent and a dragon creature that no one has encountered before. A horned serpent? It almost felt like something from a legend. Could it be some strange hybrid? A dragon-snake mix, maybe? Whatever it was, the sight left the villagers unsettled. Alien parasite. Out on the rocks, the researchers saw a strange blue slimy creature. It looked like a plant, with long twisting parts spreading out. But that wasn't the weirdest part. Attached to the blue creature was a creepy red thing. It was long and fleshy, almost like a tentacle, and it looked alive. The researchers watched it carefully. This might have been something new. Netizens thought the blue creature could be a parasite, feeding on the red one. Whatever it was, one thing was clear. They had never seen anything like this before. The lost dinosaur. You'll never guess what the zoologists found in the jungles of Bolivia. There, hiding behind the plants, was a tiny dinosaur. Can you believe it? A real, live dinosaur. The experts were amazed how this prehistoric creature managed to survive all this time when dinosaurs were supposed to be extinct. But the clip faced a lot of criticism online, as many people thought it was probably a hoax. So, what are your thoughts on this? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. A village became the center of attention when a bizarre creature was discovered. The being was beyond normal classification. It had the face of a pig, but a body resembling a human infant. Its hands and feet featured unusually long nails, unlike anything seen before. This mysterious hybrid sparked intense debate about its origin. Some called it a piglet, while others struggled to explain its unique combination of features. The discovery has left experts puzzled as they try to understand how such a creature could exist. The village's strange visitor continues to puzzle everyone who sees it. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.